So a very good morning to one and all present in this virtual platform. A warm welcome to our today's guest, Mr. Syam Agarwalji, to this online 5-day faculty development program on recent advances in forensic analysis in civil engineering, sponsored by AICT Training and Learning Academy during 27 September to 1st October 2021. So now we are going to start our session 8 on stress relief through breath work and meditation by Mr. Syam Agarwalji. Now I would like to take privilege to introduce our guest. Syam Agarwalji, currently a full-time traveling faculty with the art of living. He is young and dynamic trainer and has trained more than 5,000 students in the last 6 years. Along with teaching the art of living program, he is also a motivational speaker and youth trainer with over 4,000 hours of teaching experiences. As an art of living teacher, Syam has traveled to different parts of India and taught various art of living courses to a diverse crowd of people. He has been invited to conduct sessions on stress-free living and meditation in corporate like Tata Steel, Wipro, TCS, Aditya Birla Group, BSNL, Axis Bank, and many more. And then Sam has also conducted the youth empowerment and skill workshop Yes Plus in many leading universities and reputed educational institute and inspiring thousands of students to change their own life. He has also conducted many Art of Living prison smart programs for the prisoners and has helped them lead a meaningful and stress-free life. Sam believes that though individual transformation changes can be easily brought about in society, he is a prisoner about bringing his change through the art of living simple yet effective breathing techniques. From starting out his career in the corporate community and later reaching out to such a wide array of people through the Art of Living program, his efforts are to continue reaching out all the spheres of society. So not taking much time, I would like to invite Mr. Syam Agarwalji to please start the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Madhulisha Patnaik ji. First of all, good morning and namaskar to all our faculties who are present today in the session. Just before I starting, I would like to check whether am I clearly visible and audible to everyone.
Yes, yes.
Madam?
Yes, yes.
But for others, I feel like I'm talking to a blank screen since none of you have turned on your videos. So I have no idea because this particular session was planned to be interactive, was planned where we can talk, a Q&A can happen. So I would request before I start the session, if we all can switch on your videos, if some of you have some limitations, that's okay. But to carry forward the session for 2 hours talking to a blank screen becomes a really big challenge.
All the participants are requested to switch on your video, please.
So I'll just wait for a minute or two so that all of you can settle down and turn on your videos. And then I know since the past 2 years, because of COVID, everything is online and we have been exposed to a lot of online sessions. But still, maybe this session might help you. So I request to everyone to kindly switch on their videos again.
All the participants are requested to switch on your video.
So one thing I can promise is that I would like to make the session as interesting as possible and as meaningful as possible. So since anyways, this is not a technical session, anyways, it's going to be a nice session for all of you. So without wasting any time, I would like to continue further. So first of all, thank you so much. I would like to thank AICT for making sure that FDPs are happening all across India in various institutions. And all the more, uh, I would like to congratulate the university, madam, the initiative taken by all those people who is behind this faculty development program, and definitely AICT, where they thought that along with the technical expertise, along with the technical skills, now time has come that people have realized the importance of mental hygiene, the importance of living a life without stress, living a life with all health and wealth. So I welcome you all to this wonderful 1.5 hours, 2 hour session. And what we are going to today, the topic of the session, basically what I wanted was uh, success without stress at workplace. Yes. So this was what I wanted to convey. So if all of you are ready, shall we start? Can we begin? Uh, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we
So
can
again,
start.
yes. So one last request again, those who can please switch on your video so that I can interact with as many people as possible. For those who cannot, it's absolutely fine. So basically, when people ask me what do you do, I say I teach people how to breathe. Yeah, I teach people how to breathe. I am an art of living teacher. I teach people meditation, both to the corporate faculties and students. So today's session can give you that glimpse or take you to that start of a path where you realize that yourself, your time, your mental hygiene, your life, your health is more important or equally important than whatever we are doing outside. Yes, that is the only objective behind me coming to this session. So I would like to start the session by saying that I would request that I would ask some questions, and I would, if you cannot unmute yourself and answer such questions, you can either type it out on the Zoom chat. If you can please unmute and say or answer those questions, that would be great, so that we can continue the interaction and the Q&A session going on. So first 1 hour session, I would like to speak. I would tell something about, and then we can have some we will be doing some breathing exercises at the end, and then end with a meditation. And after that, we'll have a Q&A for 15-20 minutes. That is how the format is planned. So let's go forward. So I would like to start again sharing a research. A research at Stanford University said that a small child smiles 300 times a day. एक छोटा बच्चा जो होता है वो दिन में 300 बार मुस्कुराता है. And the same child, when it turns into a teenager, say 14, 13, 14, smiles 100 times a day. And when the same teenager, when becomes an adult, like you and me, smiles 30 to 40 times a day. And when the same adult, when he becomes a 80-year-old person, that person never smiles. He or she has a problem when other people are smiling. Getting what I'm saying? So this research was, though very interesting, also puts a lot of question mark. If you see that, when a small child is born, that child does not have any facilities. He or she is not having any access to the comforts of life, facilities of life, needs and wants and desires. But we, as we grow up, from a small child to the journey of adults, where we have acquired so much of money, comfort, convenience, needs, desires. We have a big house, we have our relationships, we have money, we have gadgets, we have a position, we have power, and we have so much more. And that should help us smile more times in a day. Getting what I'm saying? But why is it that the smile has reduced? And with all those things around us, they should actually help us smile more. Why? My question to you is, why do you think that a child is smiling 300 times a day and we are hardly smiling, or like say 10 times, 20 times, or 30 times a day? Why is it so? What is the main difference? If anybody would like to put their perspective, why is this so?
Hello, Dinesh here, sir.
Yeah, please, sir.
I would like to say people are like because for a small child, he knows the meaning of his happiness, whereas when we grow older, we try and get confused between the what is it? What do you say? Physical pleasures rather than what exactly your mind wants. The true sense of happiness is lost with due course of time. That's what I feel.
Okay, so you're saying that true sense of happiness is lost. Yeah, okay. Anybody else would like to say why?
I'm Sunil.
Yes, sir.
Namaste. Because the small child is not victim of any tension and stress. It is away from all these physical and all other tensions, materialistic tensions. So it makes it to laugh.
I think Sunil sir has given absolutely the right answer. I think of you, even Dinesh sir was very close to it. It is just because of stress, nothing else. A small child does not have any stress in life. You know, उसको कुछ है ही नहीं, stress का मतलब ही नहीं पता, उसको कभी experience ही नहीं किया. And that is why. But we, as we grow up, you know, because of our lifestyles, because of our patterns, because of our habits, because of our behavior, and many more things around us and in us, we start accumulating stress by various means, you know, and that's how stress gets accumulated. Now the problem is not stress getting accumulated in our system or in and around us. The problem is most of us, or maybe many of us, are in denial that we are undergoing stress. First, we are in denial. You know, somebody asks, "No, I am not stressful. I am very okay. I have no stress." Why? Because we don't know what is stress. That's the problem. There is no clear-cut definition what is stress. So we are in a denial that stress hai nahi life. We are not experiencing any stress. And for the rest of us who are at least, you know, accepting that, okay, I am stressful right now. Sadly, we do not have the right means or right tools with us where we could eliminate the stress that we are accumulating over the period of time because of relationship, health, or our jobs. I hope I'm making sense. Yes or no? So now the second question that I want to ask is, which is a very, very, very simple and easy question to answer, I think, is then what do we think is stress? What according to all of you is the definition of stress? आपको क्या लगता है stress क्या है? आप मुझे बताइए. I would like to know from you. Sir, please, you can just share.
The phenomena which keeps us away from the happiness.
Okay, sir. Yeah, please, Bandita ma'am, you can go ahead.
Yes, Samson Agrawal ji. It's actually mental pressure, I think, due to our workload.
Okay, so mental pressure according to workload. Okay, anybody else would like to add what according to them stress is? Yes, please go ahead, madam.
Something we are doing which we are not enjoying.
Oh, nice. Something we are doing which we are not enjoying, and that results into stress.
That ultimately leads to stress.
Yes. Okay. Or anything else? Anybody, please? I would like to listen to. Yeah.
Imbalance in be it mental or physical imbalance in yourself.
Okay. Any kind of imbalance, whether it is emotional, physical, mental. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody like to add anything? What, according to you, is stress? Expectations. Okay, so Ipshita madam is writing it's because of expectations. Yeah, so when there are expectations and you feel stressed out when you're not able to meet those expectations, whether your own expectations or of your people around you. Okay, thank you. Shall I tell you what is definition of stress in simple terms to understand? Would you be interested to know? Yes. So stress is nothing. I think somebody is okay. So madam is writing something out of time. Okay, sorry. So this is not for me. So stress is nothing but too much to do, too little time, and too little energy. I repeat, when there is too much to do, but too little time and too little energy. When this equation comes in life, then what results is stress. Am I making sense? Can you relate it with your life? Yes. See, let's talk more about it so that it becomes very clear and all of you can relate to it. There's too much to do. We all are working. All those who are present here are working, and some of you are really, really working where you absolutely have no time left for yourself. So this too much to do is always going to be there in our life. Thing that I was saying is too little energy or no energy to match the load of work. Yes, when the demand is more than the capacity, then what results is stress. Too much to do, too little time, and too little energy. So what can we change in this equation is definitely the energy required to do the job. Getting what I'm saying? To do anything that is around us. So right now, you cannot change the workload, you cannot change the time, but you can definitely change your energy. When you can at least increase your energy, you will see you are able to manage everything around you. That results to no stress at all, handling the stress in a very, very meaningful way. Getting what I'm saying? Yes. So in this section, we will talk about how can we increase our energies every day. In our day-to-day life, how easily can we increase our energy so that the demand is equal to capacity, or at least the capacity can be increased to meet the demand so that it does not result to stress. Now, when I'm talking about this stress is anything. It can be physical, mental, emotional, or psychosomatic, anything. Yes. Now, to do anything in life, we require energy. Yes or no? Someday you get up in the morning and you feel so fresh. You feel I can do, you feel on top of the world and I can do so much more. But on some days you get up and you feel like, or maybe most of the days you feel so draggy. You drag yourself out of the bed, you drag and come to the college, and then you're doing your work, but you're not feeling energetic at all. Or some days you get up, you feel energetic, but by the end of the day, when you're coming back home or you're going at home, you feel completely drained out. So it is all the play and display of energy levels that you carry. Yes. And have you seen some people, there are some people in your life whom you love to spend time with. The moment you think about them, you feel so nice. There is a smile on your face and you want to spend time with them. You want to talk to them. You're going to get advices from them. It's because they emit positive energy. But there are definitely some more people in your life whom you just don't want to think about. You just want, even if you want to see them, you want to run away from them. Why? Because definitely, they emit negative energy. You can definitely feel those negative vibes from them. So if you see, energy has a lot of meaning in our life. Yes. Now, if I ask you, if energy is required, if energy plays a lot of importance, what are the few sources of energy? Where do we draw our energy from to do anything in life, whether it is a mental activity or a physical activity or anything, or even from lifting a bottle from this place to that place, or even while listening to me, you require energy. Yes. So basically, if you see, there are four sources of energy. Just char hi hai. So the first is definitely food, which is very simple. Yes, you all know it. I don't need to talk much about it. Food gives you energy. Someday, if you have skipped your breakfast and by lunch or evening, your energy goes down. So you don't feel energetic if you have not taken a meal. Similarly, if you overeat also, have you ever seen when you eat too much, do you feel energetic? No, absolutely not. You feel like going to sleep. So optimum amount of food and the right type of food, a sattvic food at the right time and optimum amount only gives you energy. This is a very important, especially when we all are teachers and faculties and where we have to inspire our students and people around us. We have to really check the kind of food that we are eating, the amount of food we are eating, the type of food we are eating, and the time at which we are consuming. If you can just keep a check on these four things, you will see a shift in your energy levels. Yes, I don't want to get into the debate of what is the right type of food. You can do your own research, go to Google and find out there is tons and tons of research available on Google which says which type of food is good for you. Yeah, so please do that. And when we talk about the right amount of food, I would definitely like to talk about here is, do you know what is the size of our tummy, size of our stomach? Who can share? What is the size of our tummy, stomach? Anybody here who knows a little bit of medical science, is a proper doctor, can easily say what is the size of our stomach. Shall I tell you what is the size of your stomach? Okay, so those who have switched on your video, they can do it with me. If others who have not switched on your video still do it. So can you do it like this? Just place your hand like this, join it together. Yeah. And do it like this. Just close it and open it. जितना आपका हाथ हो रहा है उतना ही, हाँ ऐसे, है ना? You know what? This is the size of your stomach. ये जो पूरा space है आपके अंदर, इतना हमारा tummy का size है, इतना ही है. So how much should you eat at one time? Have you got your answer? So you have to check the quantity of food that you eat. Yes, I'm not saying eat less. You can definitely increase the number of meals in a day. Yes, but definitely. Now the problem is भगवान ने क्या किया ना, भगवान एक गलती कर दी कि हमारे जो स्टमक है ना उसको इलास्टिक बना दिया. तो हम क्या करते हैं, उसको स्ट्रेच करते रहते हैं, है ना? लोअर लिमिट तो सेट है हमारे खाने की, बट अपर लिमिट सेट ही नहीं है. So we keep on eating, and then we feel drained out. We are not drawing energy. एक तो होता है खाने से एनर्जी मिलती है, फिर ज्यादा खा लेते तो उस खाने को पचाने के लिए सारी एनर्जी खर्च हो जाती है. समझ में आती है आपको बात में क्या कह रहा हूँ? यस, लिटिल बिट ऑफ हिंदी देयर एंड हियर एंड देयर. मधु मैम विल बी फाइन. Madhulisa ma'am is okay. Yeah. So that is important. Please keep a check on your food. So this is the first source of energy. Now let's come to the second source of energy, which is sleep. Very, very important in today's world. If something today is precious than gold, precious than diamond is sleep. Even precious than all the money that you have. Some people come and tell me, I have everything. I don't have sleep. You take everything, give me sleep. Yeah. Second is the second source is sleep. Someday when you have slept well, you get up, you feel energetic. And some days when you did not have a good night's sleep, whatever the reason may be, and you get up and you feel grumpy, you feel irritated, you don't have that energy to do anything. So sleep gives you energy. Yeah. So again, right amount of sleep gives you energy. 6 to 8 hours of sleep only in the night at one stretch gives you energy. Anything more than that, anything less than that will take away your energy. Yeah, that is one important thing that you need to keep, that sleeping, you see our body has a clock. Have you heard the word body clock? Yes, there is a body clock. There is, everything happens in a pattern, in a cycle, in a rhythm. So follow that pattern and rhythm. Sleep only at night. Yeah, you can immediately after the lunch, you should definitely skip sleeping. You can rest, you can do yoga nidra, you can do power nap for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. That is good enough. But sleeping during the day will actually take away your energy. When I say sleeping, I mean 2 hours, 1.5 hours, 1 hour of sleep. That is not going to help. Yeah. So that is one thing. Sleeping during the night with at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep is required to feel fresh and energetic. And again, when people say that they want to sleep, but they're not able to sleep, we will come to that topic also. What you can do to improve your sleep. We will be talking in the second half about that, and you will automatically know how to improve your sleep patterns and sleep cycle. I think Bandita ma'am wanted to ask something. What is it okay for everyone to keep the Q&A towards the end of the session where we have 15-20 minutes where you have any questions? Bandita ma'am, will that be fine with you? If you have whatever questions you have, you can ask towards the end. Thank you so much, so that we can finish and then take the questions. So again, coming back to sleep. So please put that focus on a right amount of sleep at the right time gives you energy. Now, coming to the last two sources, I was sharing there are 4 sources of energy. So these are the first 2 which we are already talking about, which you already know. आप हर रोज इनको use करते हो अपने life में. Food, sleep. But there are other 2 sources of energy which most of you might not be using at all, or maybe using it on and off, not regularly. The third is your breath, your own breath, आपकी खुद की सांस. Yeah, your breath. And the fourth is a calm, happy, and meditative state of mind. एक ध्यानस्थ और शांत मन. Yes. So breath and a calm mind are also the sources of energy. Now you all must be thinking how breath can become a source of energy. Yeah, but yes, breath is a source of energy. Have you ever thought that when you go about lifting a heavy object, suppose you're lifting a person or an object, have you ever thought what do you do before lifting an object? थोड़ा सोच के बताओ, जब भी कोई भारी चीज आप उठाने जा रहे होते हो, जस्ट उठाने से पहले क्या करते हो?
Take a deep breath.
Take a long breath.
Yes, correct. So before you're about to lift a heavy object, what do? Take a deep breath and then you lift. Yes. And have you ever observed that when you're keeping that object or that person down on the floor, what do?
Just breathe out comfortably.
You breathe out. It's a phenomenon that happens automatically. You don't even have to put effort for it. That means what? Every incoming breath gives you energy, and every outgoing breath brings relaxation. It's an inbuilt mechanism. Every incoming breath gives you energy, and every outgoing breath brings relaxation to your body and mind. That means breath is definitely a source of energy. It is just that we have not used it in various means and methods to have more energy in the system. And that is where a lot of yoga, a lot of exercises, walking, jogging, pranayama, asanas, they play a lot of importance because breathing is associated with that particular thing. And that is why you feel energetic after you do all such activities. Yes. So breath is the third source of energy. And now the fourth source is your mind. But what a calm and happy and meditative state of mind can only give you energy. Yes. But you tell me, what according to you what is the definition of mind? Aapko kya lagta hai? Can someone tell what is the mind? What according to you is mind? We have heard this word again and again in our life. What according to you is the mind? Can anyone just make a try to answer? What is the mind? No one?
Say unstable state, I think.
An
State of
unstable
body means always it is changing or fluctuating like this.
Yes, you are right. Yes, always fluctuating, always changing. Somebody's, if Shita madam is having a lot of thoughts. Yes, Dinesh ji, you would like to say something.
Anything that is responsible for making all the decisions for yourself.
Okay, anything that is possible, making possible, taking all the decision for yourself. Okay, that is the mind. Any other answer anybody would like to add or? Nothing. See, science has defined what brain is. It is yet not defined what mind is. Yes, brain क्या है ये तो defined है medical term, but mind क्या है defined ही नहीं. Yes, so actually, if you see, the mind is definitely in and around also. It is not just something sitting inside. Yes, it is in and around you also, your mind. And the mind is very, very tricky. The most trickiest part of your existence is your own mind. Like Bandita ma'am was sharing. Yes, it keeps on fluctuating. Yes, it keeps on going to the past, future, and hardly stays in the present. It keeps on thinking about many things. Whenever you want to do something, your mind challenges you. Don't do it. And it tricks you all the time. See, that's what it says. It is said that if you can handle your mind rather than your mind handling you, then you are successful in life. Now what happens many times, the mind tells us to do what to do rather than we telling the mind what to do. I know that getting what I'm saying. So that's the entire objective. If you can handle your mind well, if you can tell it what to do, then the job is done. Yes. So we will also learn how to handle the mind in this session. Right now, what do? What are we trying to do in our life is we are trying to handle the mind from the level of the mind. When I say handling the mind from the level of the mind, I mean, suppose you are getting very angry. What do? You tell yourself or you tell your mind, calm down, shant ho jao, gussa mat karo. Does it work? No, you get more angrier. Suppose you don't want to, you're telling yourself, I don't want to think about that person. That may be a colleague or somebody, and somebody said some bad words to you, and you don't want to think about that person. And you're telling your mind, don't think about that person. But what happens? You're thinking all the more about that same person, what that person looks like, what that person said to you. Getting what I'm saying? Whatever you resist will persist in the mind, at the level of the mind. I repeat, whatever you resist will persist. जितना रोकोगे उतना वो आएगा. But हम ये गलती हर रोज करते रहते. We try to handle the mind from the level of the mind, which is never possible. Getting what I'm saying? Then how do you handle?
But if it's in your control, then it will listen to you, I think.
Yeah. That's what I say. If you already know how to handle it, then it's fine. If it is already settled, it is already calm, it is already composed, it's already in that state, then you don't need to do anything else.
You have to practice, sir. We have to practice a lot for that.
Yes, that's what I'm coming. That's where I'm taking this entire session to. What can you practice so that you have that state of mind? Yes. So coming back to yes, what I was sharing, trying to handle the mind from the level of the mind is not going to work. Yeah. Then what do you do? How to handle the mind? You can handle the mind through the breath. That's what the thing is. Through the breath, you can handle your mind every day in your life. See, the mind is like a kite. The kite, you see, no, especially in Orissa, in Makar Sankranti, बहुत पतंग उड़ाते हैं सब लोग, है ना, छत पे जाते हैं, पतंग उड़ाते हैं. So the mind is like a kite. It goes anywhere and everywhere. जहां मन है वहां भटकता रहता है, इधर उधर जाता रहता है. But how do you handle the kite? Through the, what do you call it? Yeah, through the thread or through the manja, whatever you call it. That is your breath. Through the breath, you can handle your mind, bring into the right place, right direction. Yes. And how to do it, we'll tell you in today's session. We'll give you a glimpse of it. And then if you feel like, you can learn more about it. Yeah. So in today's session, my focus is on the last two aspects of energy, or last two sources of energy. That is breath and a calm, happy, and meditative state of mind. Yes. And if you can add these two sources of energy along with food and sleep, you will see that life is completely different. And you have more energy. And then if you have more energy, you have increased your capacity. When you have increased your capacity, the demand is equal to capacity. There is no stress in life. You can smile like a small child every single day, 300 times a day. Why to smile only 30 times a day, 40 times a day? You can smile 300 times a day, absolutely. And that is where your meditation comes handy. That is where meditation is important. Yeah. People always say, meditation, ध्यान, yoga, ये सब करने की जरूरत अभी नहीं है. ये कब करेंगे ना, जब 60 साल, 70 साल, 80 साल के जब retire हो जाएंगे. When I'll retire, then I will do all such activities. Then these activities are not required actually. जब आप 60, 70, 80 साल के हो गए हो, उस समय आपको ध्यान, योगा, अपना शरीर और अपने मन को ध्यान रखने की जरूरत है ही नहीं, क्योंकि आपने तो सब accomplish कर ही लिया लाइफ में. अभी जब जरूरत है ना, when you want to do so much more in life, when you want to acquire so much more in life, you want to be successful, you want to be happy, you want to have everything in life, that is where you need more and more tools which can help you acquire all those things. That is where you need meditation, breathing exercises, yoga, asanas, taking care of your body and mind. अगर अभी नहीं किए तो फिर कब करोगे? Getting what I'm saying? See, you have to understand what is the definition of success in life. I often ask people, what do you mean by success? Is success just having a lot of money, a lot of wealth, having a good position, reputation, a lot of respect in society, a big house, a penthouse, a big car, 2-3 cars, a nice husband or wife, or some obedient 2 children in life? Is that success to you? Just success? That is success to you? Definitely a part of it. Definitely a part of it. But it is not. Suppose आपने decide किया कि मेरे पास अगर 1 करोड़ रुपए होंगे, या मेरे पास एक बड़ा सा बंगला होगा, या 2 बड़ी गाड़ी होगी, तब मैं सक्सेसफुल हूंगा. Then I'll be successful. Suppose, I'm telling. And to make that happen, it takes 20 or 30 years in your life. And in this 20, 30 years, you could make it happen. आपने किया. You have a good house, you have lots of money, you have good reputation, success, you have a position in life. But along with that, you have diabetes, you have heart problem, you have arthritis, your hairs are gone, you don't have teeth, you cannot eat your favorite food, you cannot travel to your favorite destination, you cannot walk properly, you cannot talk properly, you have high pressure, those problems, will you be happy? Will you call that success? Is that success to you? No, I think it does success mean to me. To be able to enjoy what we are gaining at this age. अभी हम भाग रहे हैं, बस 30 साल हो गए, 40 साल हो गए, 50 साल हो गए, भाग रहे हैं, एक्यूमुलेट कर रहे हैं, उसको भोगने के लिए भी तो तैयार होना चाहिए आपका शरीर और मन, आपने जो इतना एक्वायर किया. Getting what I'm saying? Yes, I think you can relate to what I'm saying. See, the biggest mistake that most of us do is the first part of our life, we slog hard, really hard to gain wealth. Yes, the first part of our life. Then in the second part of our life, we spend that wealth gain to get back our health, which we lost in the first half. Getting what I'm saying? पहले हाफ में अपना हेल्थ पूरा आपने डिस्ट्रॉय किया वेल्थ के लिए, फिर सेकंड हाफ में उसी वेल्थ को आपने डिस्ट्रॉय किया हेल्थ को पाने के लिए, लेकिन वो हो ही नहीं पाता, वो कभी नहीं हो पाता. तो क्यों ना इस प्रोसेस में जब आप अपना वेल्थ पे ध्यान दे रहे हो, अपने एक्वायर करने के लिए इतनी चीजों पे आप अपना एफर्ट डाल रहे हो, उसके साथ साथ ही अपने हेल्थ का ध्यान रखो, so that you can lead a meaningful, happy and successful life. Getting what I'm saying? That is where I always say that this practices like meditation, yoga, breathing, these are very, very important right now in your life. Later on, they're not required at all. You don't even need to do it. Yes. So this is my perspective. I've been practicing meditation and yoga since the last 12 years, every single day in my life. And I tell you, it has brought a huge transformation in my life, the way I feel, the way I carry out my things, the energy, the efficiency, the productivity, and the way I handle my relationships and the problems in my life. And that is why I have made sure that I had chosen this as a career, as a profession, so that it reaches out to as many more people as possible. Yeah. So again, so right now, in the next 1 hour, what we're going to do is we are going to do some desktop yoga. बहुत ज्यादा आपको परेशान नहीं करूंगा. कैसे घर पे आप हर रोज खुद से बैठे बैठे आप कैसे क्या 10 मिनट 15 मिनट कर सकते हो, जिससे कि आपको एटलीस्ट यू कैन कीप योर बॉडी फिट. Yes, would you like to be interested in learning such desktop yoga where you are sitting in your system? क्योंकि आप देखो, आप दिन भर हर रोज सिस्टम में ही काम कर रहे हो, सुबह से रात लैपटॉप या कंप्यूटर के सामने बैठे हुए हो, आपको टाइम ही नहीं मिल रहा है अपने लिए कुछ करने के लिए. So I thought, let me introduce something where you can sit and do it, or maybe stand and do it 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes every day, and then again continue with your work. And we will do it. And after this, we will be doing a short meditation. You know, since we'll be getting some warmed up, थोड़ा warm up करेंगे, थोड़ा stretching करेंगे, थोड़ा desktop yoga करेंगे, and then we will do a guided meditation. Yes, and then you tell me after doing that meditation, मैं आपको बताऊंगा कैसे करना है. आप करने के बाद आप मुझे खुद बताना आपको कैसा लग रहा है. Yeah, and then you will know what is the importance of all those things that I was talking in the first half. उसका क्या फायदा है या क्या importance. Yes, so just give me 1 minute. I would definitely, I will introduce our yoga master yoga trainer, who is Manushree Agrawal. So she is a certified yoga trainer from Shri Schools of Yoga, Bangalore. She is an internationally certified yoga trainer. And she is going to teach you some 15-20 minutes of good desktop yoga and stretching. The only thing that I want from all of you is those who can turn on your videos. You can just turn on your videos so that you can copy her and do along with her. Those who cannot, you can just do it, and then we can go into the next session. Yes. So again, a request: just turn on your videos, those who can, and it will be an interesting session. You will learn what you can do every day, just sitting, on your chair or at home, on your office table, office chair, घर पे सोफे में बैठ के आप क्या-क्या कर सकते हो. Yeah. So over to Manushree ma'am, and you can take it forward.
Yes. So as Shamsa has introduced us to desktop yoga, so let's start. Would you all like to just stand up for a little bit? Yes? So we can just start with a little bit of walking. And just loosen up your body. Shake your hands and loosen up your body. Lift your legs a little higher. And relax. Balance your weight on both the legs. We will start with gentle yoga. So what we will do is take your right hand and place your right palm on the head. And let's start massaging the head in the clockwise direction and with the breath. Opposite direction. Now with both your hands on the sides of the head. So you can do this even while you're sitting on your desk or your classrooms. Opposite direction. Back of the head. See, what happens is when you're stressed, have you seen a lot of people putting their fingers on the forehead or massaging the forehead? Yes, so it is because the stress accumulates in the face. And as we release these muscles in the face, in the head, your stress tends to go down a little bit. It helps you relax. Now your forehead. Take your 3 fingers and gently massage your forehead from the center to the outside. Now you can massage the temples. So just take your index finger, place it on the temples and start massaging. If you're wearing specs, you can just remove them for a bit. You might feel a little pain when you're massaging your temples. It's okay. Opposite direction. Now let's straighten the eyebrows. So with your thumb and index finger, pull your eyebrows from the center to the outside. You see when people frown, it is the eyebrows, right, which you kind of stress. So let's straighten the eyebrow. Now under the eye with your index finger. Above the eyes, very gently. Now, your jawline. Take your 3 fingers and gently massage the jaw, your cheeks. You might feel some knots. Just release those knots. Now what we'll do is with these 3 fingers, just tuck it in your jaw. I'll just come closer to the camera. So just tuck these 3 fingers in your jaw line. So where the jaw is joined, the jaw joint, and just massage. Opposite direction. And relax. Now what do we do is just interlock your fingers and place it behind your head. Place your thumbs comfortably. And now push your head back with to your hand, and your hand is pushing your head. So it is like resisting. And relax. Once again, push your head with the hand, and your hand with the head.
No, ma'am, this should be gentle or with force?
Yeah, this can be with a little bit force because you are resisting. Don't put too much pressure. Do as much as is comfortable and it's not hurting. And relax. Now just place your hands behind the head. Now what we will do is, if you're wearing specs, you can remove them. We will gently move the eyes to the left and right. So keeping your head straight, just move your eyeballs to the right, look to the right, and look to the left. To the right and left. Right and left. Notice there is difficulty in looking at one side, like right side or left side. One side will be more difficult. Now look up and down. Look to your eyebrow and to your nostrils. Eyebrow and your nose. Up and down. Up and down. Now let's rotate the eyes. Make full circles. From left to right. Clockwise direction. And opposite. Left to right. Now, gently close your eyes. You may relax your hands. Close your eyes. Tighten and open wide. Close your eyes and open wide. Close your eyes and open wide. Now blink. Blink as fast as you can. And relax. Let's just rub your palms, warm your palms, and place them gently on your eyes. Once again. And place them on your eyes. And relax. Now let's do the neck rotation. So breathe in and take your neck back. Take your neck back from the right. And breathing out forward from the left. 3 circles clockwise And 3 circles anti-clockwise.
Ma'am, can you repeat
Opposite direction.
Ma'am, can you repeat the breathing?
And relax. Now for your shoulders, when you work a lot on your desktop, all the tension gets accumulated in the shoulder area and the neck area. So let's just release the shoulders by doing some gentle shoulder rotations. So just place your palms on your shoulders. Make circles. Opposite direction. What you could alternatively do is just relax your hands and move the shoulders front and back. And opposite direction. Relax. Now let's do the spinal twist. So we'll just gently twist to the right side. So just twist. And to the center and to the left. Center to the right. Center and to the left. And relax. You can do all these exercises while you're sitting on your chair. Now just simply raise your right hand up and bend to the left side. Feel the stretch in the right side of your body. Breathing in, come up. Let's do it on the opposite side. Breathe in, left hand goes up. Breathing out. Gently bend to the right side. And breathing in, come up. Breathing out, relax. Do some waist rotation. So if you can, you are able to stand up, then you can do some gentle waist rotations. And opposite direction. And relax. Now let's just stretch the spine. Breathing in, take both your hands up, interlock your fingers and turn them and simply just stretch up. Come up on your toes and stretch. And relax. Once again, breathe in and stretch up. And relax. Last time, breathe in, stretch up. And relax. Bring your hands down. If you want, you may gently sit down. So now, one more thing what we can do is, we forgot, is to pull our ears. Have you seen, like, since olden days, when a child, does something wrong, he is given the punishment to hold his ears. Why is that so? Because all the nerves in the brain are connected to the ear. So when you pull the ears, it is said that you become more attentive. Right? And America has given this, this pulling of ears a new name. They have called it a super brain yoga. And they have seen that pulling your ears just for a few minutes every day has immense benefits. Your memory improves, your attention improves. And now let's cycle. opposite direction. And relax. How is everybody feeling?
Yes,
good. Relaxed. Has something changed? Yes, anybody would like to speak?
Yes, feeling good.
Yes, feeling good. Yes, once more. So you can practice this every day. It was very gentle yoga. What we started with gentle rotations, and then we massaged the forehead, your jawline, your eyes, eyebrow, ears. Then we went to the neck, shoulders, and your waist, right? So we can do this few gentle movements every day, and you will see how instantly you relax, right? All your tension that is gathered, it will all be relaxed. And very good for your eyes as well, because every day nowadays we are using a lot more, our screen time has increased. So it's very good to do some kind of eye exercises. So over to Sham sir. Sham sir.
Thank you so much, Manushree ma'am, for coming over and taking this nice session. So for all those who like to do this every day, just sitting 10-15 minutes, आप अपने chair पे बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं from head to toe. So this is called Sukshma Vyayam also. So you can just do it. Go on YouTube and just type Sukshma Vyayam, and you can just copy few of the steps. Yeah. And now since we have done warm up, we are ready to experience meditation. Some of you might be experiencing meditation for the first time. Some of you might have experienced it before. But let me tell you, what is meditation? Generally, people have a very wrong concept of meditation. ध्यान का बहुत ही गलत मीनिंग होता है लोगों के पास. So whenever I ask people, what do you mean by meditation, I get very interesting answer. So I would also ask the same question to all of you. What according to you is meditation? आपके हिसाब से meditation का मतलब क्या है?
It's like pranayam. प्राण में जो आयाम means स्थिरता और calmness or coolness, that is called meditation in English.
Okay. Any other definition for meditation? Anybody would like to add? What do you understand by the word meditation?
Controlling our breath also.
Controlling our breath also. Okay. So I think mostly people have not experienced, so they have no idea what meditation is. So you know what? What is meditation? Meditation means doing nothing. When you are not doing nothing, that is what is meditation. The art of doing nothing is meditation. Yes. For that few minutes, when your eyes are closed and you're sitting by yourself, you're doing nothing. You don't want anything. You are nothing. You are doing nothing. That is meditation. Yeah. And that is when you feel so nice and relaxed. So in today's next session, what we're going to do is we are just going to have a 15 minutes guided meditation where you will just keep sitting. You will have your eyes closed. You just sit relaxed, aram se. I will just give some instructions and you just follow the instructions effortlessly. बिना ज्यादा प्रयत्न किए बिना आप बस इंस्ट्रक्शंस को फॉलो करना और आप उसके बाद जब मैं बोलूं तब आंखें खोलना. Only two important instructions for meditation are that throughout the process you keep your eyes closed, and the second is you be seated, you sit very still and very relaxed. है ना, स्थिर बैठते हैं और आराम से बैठते हैं. ठीक है. So, and then you just follow the instructions effortlessly. And towards the end, I will tell you to open your eyes, and then you share how did you felt in the entire session, or how did you feel after the meditation. Yes. So if you're ready, then we can just experience the most important part of the session, that is a quick 15 minutes guided meditation. Yeah. So let's begin. Let's first sit easily and comfortably with a spine erect. रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी कर लें और आराम से बैठ जाए. Let's sit easily and comfortably with a spine erect. Whichever position you are comfortable, it's okay. You can remove your specs also if you don't want, because anyways your eyes are going to be closed. तो आप अपने चश्मे उठा के भी साथ में रख सकते हैं. Anything which is making you uncomfortable, you can just remove it. Your watch or your belt, anything which is making you uncomfortable, just remove it and keep it aside. And then let's sit easily and comfortably, and let's close our eyes. आंखें बंद कर लेते हैं. The entire process will keep our eyes closed. Do not open your eyes, even if you feel like doing it. Keeping your eyes closed, take a long and deep breath in. And breathe out. One more breath in. And breathe out once again. Relax your entire body. Relax your shoulders. Drop your shoulder. Relax your hand, legs. Relax your entire body. Relax more and more. Relax more and more. Keeping your eyes closed. Take your attention to all the noises that are happening around you. आपके आसपास जो भी आवाज हो रही है, उस पर अपना ध्यान ले जाएं. And accept all the sounds. It can be the sound of the fan, AC, someone walking, someone talking, or anything. Just listen to them and accept them. Let them not disturb you. Having done that, now bring your attention to your body. Your body is a beautiful gift to you by nature, by God. Honor and respect your body. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out. Now we will be taking our attention to different parts of our body. अभी हम अपना ध्यान अपने शरीर के अलग अलग अंगों पर लेकर जाएंगे. First, let's take our attention to both our feet. दोनों पैर के पंजों पर अपना ध्यान ले जाएं. Attention on our knees. घुटनों पर ध्यान ले जाएं. Attention on our thighs. जंघा पर ध्यान ले जाएं. Attention on the entire leg. दोनों पैरों पर ध्यान ले जाएं. Relax both your legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your attention to your genitals and abdomen region. Attention on your stomach, पेट पर ध्यान. Attention on your chest area, छाती पर ध्यान. Right shoulder and the right arm. Left shoulder and the left arm. Breathe in once again. Breathe out once again. Attention on your throat, गले पर ध्यान. Attention on your face, चेहरे पर ध्यान. Relax your entire face. Relax your cheeks, lips, nose, ears, eye, forehead. Relax each and every muscle in the face. You can also put a gentle smile on your face. And now attention on the top of your head, सर पर ध्यान. And now attention on your entire body. पूरे शरीर पर अपना ध्यान ले जाएं. Breathe in once again. Breathe out once again. Relax more and more. Now, keeping your eyes closed, take your attention to your thoughts. आंखें बंदी रखते हुए अपने विचारों पर अपना ध्यान ले जाएं. Good thoughts or bad thoughts, whatever thoughts that are coming to your mind, just take your attention to them. And accept all the thoughts that are coming to your mind right now. जब भी विचार आ रहे हैं, उन्हें आने दें और जाने दें. Breathe in once again. Breathe out once again. Now take your attention to your feelings. अपनी भावनाओं पर अपना ध्यान ले जाएं. A good feeling or bad feeling, it does not matter. Accept however you are feeling right now. जैसी भी भावनाएं आ रही हैं, आने दें. Breathe in. Breathe out. Know that you are peace. You are joy. You are happiness. You are peace, joy, and happiness. Take another breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your feelings once again. अपनी भावनाओं के प्रति फिर से सजग हो जाएं. Become aware of your thoughts once again. अपने विचारों के प्रति फिर से सजग हो जाएं. Become aware of your body once again. अपने शरीर के प्रति फिर से सजग हो जाएं. Become aware of your environment once again. Listen to all the sounds and noises again. Breathe in one more time. And breathe out one more time. Becoming aware of your body and the surrounding. शरीर और वातावरण के प्रति सजग होते होते whenever you feel like, जब भी आपका मन करे, you can slowly and gradually open your eyes. धीरे धीरे आंखें खोल सकते हैं. You may open your eyes. You may open your eyes, and whenever you can turn on your video. आप अपना वीडियो ऑन कर सकते हैं. Welcome back. So, how are you all feeling after the warm up and meditation, especially? How is the mind right now? You can unmute and share, or you can write down on the chat box.
But it is very difficult to concentrate in one thing. While this meditation also, I was thinking something, that this lot of thought. It is very difficult
No problem.
to concentrate.
You don't have to concentrate, madam. You don't have to do anything. That's the thing. Just whatever is happening, let it happen.
Yes.
Calm and getting sleep. No problem. Good. You're feeling rested? Feeling calm, yes. Feeling rested at least. Great. What about others? How did you feel? How is the mind right now? Anybody else who like to share? How are you feeling right now? Very calm. Okay. Relaxed. Great. See, so this is how, it is so important to take out some time for yourself every single day. अपने लिए आपको थोड़ा समय निकालना है हर रोज. With this state of mind, when you will, so Narendra sir is also writing very peaceful mind. So is state of mind say when you are dealing with your everyday challenges, your work, your relationship, you can be the best version of yourself. Yeah? So be very, be very selfish about this. कि हर रोज आधा घंटा या 1 घंटा मुझे अपने लिए निकालना ही है. And in that half an hour, 1 hour, you do whatever you want. You want to do, see, anybody, you can do anything. You like to do puja, you like to do chanting, you like to go to masjid, gurudwara, you like to meditate, do some yoga, pranayama, whatever. You have to take out some time for yourself, for your body and mind. Yes. And if you felt that today's session was very good, you can just go to YouTube and, since we are from the Art of Living, I would say that you can go and download few of the free meditations which are available at the Art of Living website or even at the YouTube, and you can just download them and just play them, put them the earphone or just put them on your phone and close your eyes, and you can do meditation, guided meditation every day. And you will see a difference, a shift in your mind, in your energy levels in just few days only. And a matter of weeks, you will see that there is a huge transformation and shift in how the way you perceive things, your entire outlook also. Yeah. So if you want to deal with stress properly, if you want to eliminate stress out of your life, this is how you do it. Yes, this is how you deal with it. Increase your energy levels, and this energy level through these 4 sources: food, sleep, through some breathing exercises, and last is with the calm, happy, meditative state of mind, which can only come through meditation or dhyana. Yes. So this is what I wanted to share. But right now we can, I think, ma'am, if we can have any questions from the participants, we can have another 20-30 minutes of question answer session with anybody. If you have any questions regarding anything, the floor is now open for Q&A session, and then we will wind up the session if it is okay with Madhuli Sana.
Okay. So any questions from any participants, they can say that.
Apart from this yoga and meditation, we have sports. So what is the relative benefit and drawback of doing one and leaving other?
Okay, so very nice question, sir. So see, whatever physical activity that we do, whether it is a sports, whether it is exercise like we did with Manushya madam, or any asanas or anything, all of them involve your effort from the level of the body only. There is nothing that you're doing for the mind. But if you go to our ancient scriptures, what they did was, after they did all this activity, they would go to rest. They would meditate. They would do dhyana. So whatever physical activity you do, it is always nice to end it with a rest. That is your meditation. So even if you're playing some sports, when you come back, just a 15 minutes and 20 minutes of relaxation of doing meditation makes it complete. Your body, your mind, your entire system is then ready to do meditation after some activity. It is said that the best meditation happens when you have already done some physical activity. So no matter what physical activity you have done, it is only complete when there is rest after it. So it's like a cycle: activity, rest. Like for example, sir, you're working right now, but रात को आप जब घर जाओगे, you will rest. In that rest, when you will get energy, and then you will work the other day. Like that, when you have done some activity, you have played a sport, after that, when you do meditation, it becomes complete, wholesome, it becomes holistic. But somewhere down the line, what has happened, we have just focused, हमारा जो कंट्री में क्या हुआ, सारा फोकस सिर्फ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी में रह गया, बॉडी के ऊपर रह गया, माइंड के ऊपर में हमने ध्यान दिया ही नहीं, कभी रेस्ट पे ध्यान दिया ही नहीं. रेस्ट का मतलब इज इक्वल टू स्लीप, बस हमें इतना ही पता है. नो, इट इज नॉट दैट. योर मेडिटेशन, your dhyana is very good exercise for rest. It is said 20 minutes of meditation is equal to 4 hours of deep sleep. I'm not going to say replace it, but it gives you that much rest when you do 20 minutes of meditation.
But those who are in academics, throughout so much of time in the intellectual activity, so that doesn't take care of whatever benefit we get from meditation, or that is recommended separately. Those who are in academics, throughout most of the time, some intellectual activity they are doing. So that doesn't take care, in your opinion, doing a bit of meditation will always add on, or if we just properly do the intellectual activity, it will take care of the meditation part also?
No activity, whether it is an intellectual activity or whether it is an artist or whether it's a sports person, anybody, I think meditation is going to help only. See, all the time when the mind is doing something, it is running, it is working, there is no rest to it. There is no time where it's switching off, and where you are giving it that space to work it more efficiently and productively. So meditation is that space where you are letting it, you are expand your mind more and more. So when you are doing meditation, you are expanding your mind more and more. When you open your eyes, you are ready to do more. You are ready to get more out of yourself, whether it is an intellectual activity, whether you are an artist, whether you're a sports person or anybody. So meditation is not for one crowd only. It is a holistic approach. It is for anybody. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry, when doing meditation, will benefit out of it. What one person will benefit completely depends on that person. It is very personal. Though it is a general exercise, general activity, it is very personal, and it will benefit individually only, personally only.
Even like listening to the mantras, shlokas, whenever you want to, or 24 hours, that is also not a substitute. It is, meditation is separate, entirely separate, you are saying. Like,
yes.
As if somebody is, as per the available time, mantras, shlokas, it is listening, that will not also cover up with this, or it has an entire different output doing meditation.
It is a separate thing. See, listening to chanting and mantra has its own benefit, but then it is different. But meditation is his own benefit. In our scriptures, meditation is given the highest priority. It is the highest. After that, only all things come. But over the period of time, it is lost. So people are not giving that importance. But अगर आप पुराने जितने भी हमारे मंदिर में जाओगे, जहां भी जाओगे, हमारे जितने भी सारे आप देखोगे, हमारे scriptures में हमेशा था. Meditation was a part of our life. Any student used to go to, there was no school or college. It was a Gurukul. First, they used to get Diksha, then they used to get Siksha. Yes, today there is no concept of Diksha. It is only Siksha. So I always say that, first you should learn how to discipline your mind, yourself, then you can do other things. And that is what is meditation.
And sleeping, you're saying that 6 to 8 hours only in night it is suggested, and it should not exceed it. It should not exceed 8 hours.
Yeah, little bit here and there is fine, but then 8 hours for us
sleeping is only in night suggested, not in daytime.
Yes.
Daytime you can just relax, but just proper sleeping is only in the night. And,
proper sleep only during the night. During the
a bit you can exceed, but
yes.
Oversleeping also is not recommended. Oversleeping, I mean, in night also 8-9 hours maximum like this.
Yes, maximum. Because then oversleeping also takes away your energy. Suppose, have you seen on Sunday, suppose you have a holiday. I'm just giving an example. And then you don't have any work, suppose, and you sleep for 12 hours or 13 hours or 14 hours. Then you get up, do you really feel energetic? No, you feel again drained out also. And you feel like, I don't feel energetic. So that's why oversleep will take away your energy.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Mohammad Ismail sir is asking, sir, tell us about how to get sleep. So again, if you're having some sleeping issues in sleep cycle, so a few things that you can keep note is, I think you already know, but I'll repeat again. So no gadgets, at least before 1.5 hours before you sleep. 1.5 घंटे पहले जो भी gadgets आप use कर रहे हैं, उनको आप अपने से दूर करो. चाहे आपका फोन हो, टैबलेट हो, लैपटॉप हो, टीवी हो, कंप्यूटर हो, एटलीस्ट 1.5 घंटे पहले, 2 घंटे कर सकते हो तो बहुत अच्छा है. आप उसको स्विच ऑफ करो ताकि आपका सिस्टम रिलैक्स कर सकता है, आपका नर्वस सिस्टम जो है वो रिलैक्स हो सके. सो नो गैजेट्स बिफोर दैट. सेकेंड, always try to sleep in a room which is completely dark. The darker the room, the better sleep you will have. Just try it out. Even if you have not tried it out, you can try it out. The darker it is, the better sleep you will have. Yeah, this is one important thing. And the third, as I said, keep a check on your food. If you can have a check on your food, your sleep cycle will improve. Your sleep pattern will improve. You'll have a good deep sleep. Yeah, and some physical activity in a day. अगर थोड़ा कोई physical activity दिन में आप करोगे तो आपकी sleep improve होगी. अगर कोई भी physical activity हम नहीं करते हैं, सिर्फ mental activity दिन भर चलती रहती है, तो रात को क्या होता है, वो फिर mind चलते ही रहता है, mind stop नहीं होता है ना. तो जब हम शरीर से कुछ काम करते हैं, थोड़ा थकते हैं, थोड़ा sweat out करते हैं, automatically क्या होता है, वो mind भी relax करता है रात. It takes rest. So it is also very important. So food पे आप थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए, थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज पे ध्यान दीजिए, गैजेट्स फ्री रहिए 1.5 घंटे पहले, और थोड़ा डार्क में रहिए, वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. लास्ट वन थिंग इज, हमारी स्लीप के लिए ना सबसे खराब होती है व्हाइट लाइट्स. हमारे घर पे जो व्हाइट लाइट होती है ना, वो बहुत इम्पैक्ट करती है हमें. आपको पता नहीं है, बट ऐसा है. द वार्मर द लाइट, द बेटर इट इज फॉर योर नर्वस सिस्टम. या so if you have warm lights at home, you can replace your warm lights, you can replace your white lights to warm lights, and you will see that your sleep will improve. तो शाम को जब भी आप लाइट स्विच ऑन करते हैं, make sure the lights are warm lights and yellow lights, not the white light, and you will see that slowly you will have an improvement in your sleep. So these are the few things I have tried and tested with me and people around me. They have worked. You can do that. And last but not the least, 20 minutes of meditation every day will definitely improve your sleep cycle. Yeah, so I think Dinesh ji is asking the same question, how to get sound sleep. All those things that I said, just try it out and see whether it is working for you. And it will definitely work out for you.
I would like
Any other question we have?
I would like to add up on this sound sleep. Is like sometimes what happens now, we do get a sleep, but there may be dreams in our sleep because of that. Even after sleeping long hours, we feel like exhausted even after having a sleep. So that's what I was asking. So will that same will be applicable, all those reasons or
yes.
the solutions that you have told?
Yes,
the same
yes.
will be applicable for sound sleep? That's what
yeah. But you'll have to give it some time. All those things that I said, just put them in your practice, in your lifestyle for some days. You will see that your sleep pattern will also improve. First, you will get to, आपको जल्दी नींद भी आएगी, और आपको quality of sleep will also improve. Yes. That both the things will improve with this.
So those are the like primary problems right now. First of all, you don't immediately get sleep. and after that, even after sleeping, you feel exhausted. At least in my case, I'm feeling like that.
Yeah, so that means you're not having deep sleep. So that is, I said, the few things you have to take care. And as I said, lifestyle changes, no? Following an Ayurvedic lifestyle. If you're having a problem, please go to an Ayurvedic doctor who can consult and check with you also. That is also a very, very important thing.
Okay.
Rather than just taking sleeping pills, which are actually harmful for yourself.
Yes.
Some herbs, Ayurvedic herbs, are really, really beneficial in giving you a good sound sleep. So go to a good qualified Ayurvedic doctor who can guide you what herbs you can take, which can improve your sleep, which are completely safe, no side effects on your body and mind.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other question we have on anything you want to ask?
Any other question from participants?
Yes, what is the best time for meditation?
Anytime is the best time for meditation. I always say, anytime you find you have time, you just sit and meditate. See, today's world is so fast. अगर हम सोच के रखेंगे इसी टाइम पे करेंगे तो वो होगा ही नहीं. तो मैं ऐसे बोलता हूँ, जब भी हमें दिन में 20 मिनट टाइम मिले, सुबह या शाम, दोपहर को, just take out that time and just sit for meditation. But having said that, since you have asked your question, I always find that morning time and evening time are very good for meditation, but they are not the only time. You can do it in other times also. That is one thing.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yes. Any questions we have, or any other questions? Please feel free to ask any questions you have. We have time. And if I have, I would like to add whatever I have.
From other participants, do you have any questions that then you can ask? Sir is with us. He can clarify all the doubts, because in day-to-day life, like you are in very stress, you are facing so much tension, all the things. So you can ask the questions if you have, it will be helpful.
Okay, I'll add up on one more. It's like, is it in like nowadays life, is it possible to have our continuous state of happiness?
Yeah, why not? See, a nice question, Dinesh sir. See, the happiness is not dependent on something outside. It is a state of mind. So when the state of mind is completely stable, calm, you're automatically happy. It is not dependent on something outside. It is a choice that you make every single day, every single second in your life. So I always say that when your state of mind is okay, then you are always happy. See, remember, the quality of your life depends on the state of your mind. I always believe in this. I repeat it. The quality of your life depends on the state of your mind. So if the state of mind is happy, state of mind is happy, you're automatically happy. It does not matter, what you have, how much wealth you have, whether you are okay, whether you have challenges in life, you can do. See, there are people who are married who are happy. There are people who are married who are unhappy. There are people who are single who are happy. There are people who are single who are unhappy. There are people who have jobs who are happy. There are people who have jobs who are unhappy. So happiness is not dependent on people, objects, and situation. It is an inside job. It is a choice. It is a decision that you make. And for that, again, you need to learn how to do it. You need to, when you can go deep inside, when you're connected with your own self, you know that happiness is already there. It's sitting inside. It is not dependent on anything outside.
One question is from participants. Can you tell us about fruits which helps to keep healthy?
So can you tell us about fruits which helps to be healthy? Seasonal fruits. See, according to me, it is always good to have, देखो हर season में एक fruit होता है. Or I think you're asking about that, fruits only, I think, Mohammad Ismail sir. Eating fruits, right? You're asking about those, right? I'll just check the chat box. Yes. So एक चीज तो होती है कि हर फ्रूट्स के साथ दो चीजें हैं. एक तो सीजन के साथ फ्रूट्स आते हैं, दूसरे जगह के भी होते हैं. हर अलग अलग जगह में अलग अलग फ्रूट्स होते हैं. आप बैंगलोर में जाओगे तो आपके बैंगलोर की जो खेती है फ्रूट्स अलग है. आप उड़ीसा में हमारे अगर आप देखोगे तो उड़ीसा में अलग टाइप के फ्रूट्स होते हैं. सो प्लीज whenever you eat seasonal fruits, you are always fine, and go and eat when you go to different places. वहां के जब आप fruits खाते हो तो you're completely fine. Unseasonal fruits मत खाइए. They are more harmful than useful for your body. Yeah. So and that is fine. And fruits के साथ ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. You can fruits are always healthy. So you can eat any fruit you want. But just keep in mind that seasonal fruits are better, very safe for you. How to get deep sleep or even sleep in some stressful days? Yeah, said it. I already discussed about it. So I think there are a lot of questions on sleep. So I think that's an issue nowadays. So as I said, आप हर रोज 20 मिनट guided meditation कीजिए सोने से पहले. अभी देखिए जब हमने मेडिटेशन किया बहुत सारे लोगों को नींद आ गई. Many people fell. I could see in the video many people fell asleep. है ना? क्यों? क्योंकि यू आर नॉट रेस्टेड. रात को आप सोते नहीं हो, इसलिए जब अभी गाइडेड मेडिटेशन में गए, योर बॉडी इज डिमांडिंग दैट रेस्ट, हेंस you fell asleep. So that is very important. So when you do meditation, automatically your body will go into that state and you can sleep straight away. So that you can do. योग निद्रा is very very good. अगर आपको खाने के बाद आफ्टरनून में बहुत लेथार्जिक लगता है, लेजी लगता है, ड्रेन्ड आउट लगता है, so what you do is immediately after eating, लंच करने के बाद या इवन ब्रेकफास्ट करने के बाद या इवन डिनर करने के बाद, just play this thing called Yoga Nidra from YouTube. So it's just a 20 minutes guided power nap. It is called power nap. Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji has given it on YouTube. It's free. Just go and download it. I will repeat again, Yoga Nidra. It's available in Hindi. It's available in English. आपको जो भी लैंग्वेज में कंफर्टेबल लग रहा है आप उसको डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. And this only, Yoga Nidra has to be done after food only. So food आपने कंज्यूम किया, आपने अपने फोन से योग निद्रा प्ले किया, and you just lie down. आप लेट जाओ, आंखें बंद कर लो and follow the instructions. It is for 20 minutes, योग निद्रा power nap, and then when you get up, you will feel so fresh. All that laziness and letharginess will be taken away from your system. So along with your meditation, you can add yoga nidra in your routine, and you will see that you will feel more fresh throughout the day, more energetic throughout the day, और रात को नींद भी अच्छी आएगी. So this is one more thing that you can add. Yeah. Any last question maybe?
Can you suggest some meditations for kids, like the age within 15, like that, so that they will be sometimes come down, or they will feel in this situation out of school, so that they will feeling sometimes is happy, not getting overstressed. Can you suggest anything which they will accept easily, not like forcibly?
Difficult time to tell them to do meditation. 9 out of 10 children will not do it. If you tell them, come, let's do meditation, they will not do it. So they have to be trained in a way. So there are a few courses, art of living courses, which are available only for teenagers. I would strongly recommend that if you have your children who are in your teenage, or even who are small, like 7 or 8, we have special courses for kids, where we deliver the knowledge in such a way, we capsule the knowledge in such a way that they start receiving it. And once they start receiving it, accepting it, then they do meditation. And the teachers who take the program are trained how to deal with children, how to deal with teenagers. Yes, you can go to our website, which is www.artofliving.org. There you can find all those programs for small children, for teenagers, even for adults. According to the age groups, 3 days, 4 days program, they will condition in a way where they start giving importance to spirituality, or start making spirituality a part of their daily life without making any effort. So, ma'am, I would suggest that for your children.
Okay, very nice. Thank you so much. Actually, it is freely available, or it's a continuous process available in Art of Living site. It's a 3
to 4 day program actually. So once they've done the program, we teach them some techniques which they can practice at home by themselves.
Okay, but how to get that? It is 3 to 4 days. It is recorded there, or it is going on?
No. It will be a live session, like live 2 to 3 hours program every day, continuous 3 to 4 days. And then there they can come and learn. And then after that, they can continue doing it themselves.
For that, we have to register on the site. I think.
Yeah, everything is mentioned on the website. Yeah, everything is there. You just go and you can check. All the details will be mentioned.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay.
Anything else where I can help any of you?
Okay, I'll say one more. It's like now, yes, we know that to keep our gastric system healthy, we have to like drink plenty of water, fruits, vegetables, and all those things. But if we are like if we are having a temptation of eating fast foods and everything, so how can we balance those things? And should we eat totally ban fast food, or we can just balance those things to keep still keep our gastric system healthy and something like that?
If you ask me, I'll tell myself, I am not a person who wants to be very strict or hard on oneself. आज की दुनिया में अगर आप बोलोगे फास्ट फूड पूरा बंद कर दे, सारा खाना बंद कर दे, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. It is not possible, to be very hard and strict on yourself, where you are just eating sattvic vegetarian diet and keeping it is possible, but little strict. I would say that you can eat all those fast food also, but definitely keep a check on it. Keep a check on it. How many, like whether you are consuming it every day or once in a while. That is one thing that you can have. So I think when we are doing exercises, when you are doing meditation, when you're making pranayama a part of our life, we can have cheat days. We can sneak out and eat our favorite delicacy, our favorite dessert, or whatever you like. That is absolutely fine. Once in a while is not a problem.
But you'll have to practice all other things.
Yes, that is more important, because that will take care of that. बट अगर आप बोलोगे कि हम कुछ कर नहीं रहे हैं और उसके साथ साथ फास्ट फूड और वो भी फुल फ्लेजेड चल रहा है, तो सूनर और लेटर योर बॉडी विल स्टार्ट टेलिंग यू दैट देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम, एंड देन यू विल हैव, तब तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी फिर. सो आई एम अ पर्सन, दिनेश जी, आई एम अ पर्सन हु इज अ कंप्लीटली फूडी. आई लव ईटिंग फूड, but with that I make sure that I am doing my meditation, my pranayama, my exercise along with it, so that my body and mind can deal with that.
So any other question from the participant? So now I think the queries of all the participants have been addressed beautifully. So thank you very much, Sam sir. The session was very, very interesting and so much valuable and helpful for our day-to-day life. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation and feeling many positivity and peace in our mind. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you to the university, AICT. And last, thank you so much for all the teachers and faculties who are present here. Thank you for your participation, listening it patiently. I hope I could add some value to your life and I could inspire to make a change in your lifestyle and add meditation in your life. Thank you so much for inviting. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and nice year ahead.
So participants, we will meet again at 3 p.m. for our next session. Our next session is session 9, which will be on forensic analysis on hill slope instability by Dr. Arindam Dai from IIT Guwahati. So all the participants are requested to kindly assemble on this virtual platform for the session 10 minutes prior to the session time. Thank you all for your patience of listening. Have a good day.